Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is your guy, June Archer, the Winner Circle. We are here with a special guest who we've had on the show before doing her thing. I'm trying to tell you, since the last time we spoke, man, this young lady is, how can I say, avant garde, a woman of all trades. She is kicking butts, taking names, and we're going to talk about a few things. Please welcome to the stream, Ashley A. Williams. Ashley, what's going on?
Oh, that was a very cute, sweet intro. Thank you. I appreciate that, June.
Anything for you. Anything for you. How have you been doing? The New Year's here. Did you get rid
Mm.
of the resolutions? Did you fulfill them in the first 30 days? How's the New Year treated you so far?
The new year treated me. I left 2025 with bronchitis, so I came into 2026 with a little cough, but I'm all better now. And I mean, I don't know if you do New Year's resolutions. I don't really do New Year's resolutions anymore. I kind of just pick up where I left off on December 31st. Nothing really changes much for me as far as like what I want to do, but I'll just have like maybe broad ones in January, like, oh, challenge yourself to a new fitness goal or challenge yourself to do this or that more. And then they kind of just get more specific as the year goes on.
Yeah, I don't really do resolutions, but what I do is I look at the tape, is what I call it. I look at what I did the prior year and what can I improve
Yeah.
on. What were the
Yeah.
wins and what were the lessons, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and you move forward. And we were just talking about you know, challenges backstage, and you mentioned wanting to run a marathon and training for a marathon. How does that feel as a challenge to start the year off with?
It's been, I think I'm defying death every time I do it. I like I'm not a runner. Like I'm athletic, but I like quick spurts, like quick sprint type stuff, hit training, weight training. Uh so long distance running has never been fun. And I think that's why I want to do it so bad is that I want to conquer it to some degree. And I actually want to get better running because I think running is a great form of cardio. So I want to learn how to breathe better and all that stuff that's going to help me with fitness stuff down the line. But I hate it, and that's why I want to do
Well, you might as
it.
well try to conquer everything that you hate. I think that's a great piece. And talking about cardio, I want to dive into your early beginnings. You went to school, Florida State
Mhm.
University, to study medicine. What was
Yeah,
the inspiration behind wanting to study medicine?
I'm a science nerd.
Hmm.
So if you hear my puppy barking, I'm a science nerd, and so I love anything that has to do with biology, anatomy, physiology, the universe. I'm just so my left brain is always looking for the next documentary on the History Channel or National Geographic or something because I just love science in general. I think that's why I majored pre med at first.
Now, will you ever try to challenge yourself to go back into the medical profession to, let's say, be a nurse practitioner, physician assistant, radiology tech? Is there anything that interests you uh, outside of the creativity space that you say, you know what, I might dive in and do this as another challenge?
No, no, I'm the I'm the I feel like I am satisfied and fulfilled with my higher learning education, and I am okay with not continuing professionally in that field. But if a role comes along and I gotta be, a doctor, a surgeon, or something, I love researching and learning, but am I going to go back and kind of make it another career path? I think I'm done. I think
Okay,
I'm done
all
with
right.
my, yeah.
I'm going to remind you of this later on if Grey's Anatomy opportunities come up or The Pit comes up. I'm gonna
Oh,
bring us back to this conversation, and I'm saying that to
go
just put it out
ahead.
in the universe as well. So
I
sometimes
love the pit.
when you put it out into the universe, you just
Yes.
let the universe do what it does, and
Yeah.
hopefully it rewards
Well,
you
mind
handsomely.
you, I played a doctor on Double Cross.
Absolutely.
So So,
Absolutely.
but we didn't get to dive in too much into like actual, patience and stuff like that because that show took a whole different turn. But I'm excited to do it again on screen. I love The Pit. Oh my gosh, I love
It
The
is
Pit.
it
That's
is
a
amazing.
great
What
show.
is it? What is exciting you these days on television?
I'm trying. It's hard. There's a lot of shows out,
There's a
and
lot. There's a lot.
I can't watch everything. But I really like mind-boggling type shows or shows with really interesting concepts and storylines. Like I watched Severance. I binge watched Severance,
Great,
and
great series. Great.
I think that's a very interesting show. I'm starting on Pluribus and like shows like that, and then like sci-fi shows too. Obviously we loved like the Game of Thrones, so the prequel that's come out and things like that. Like I really like shows like that too, period piece type things.
All right. So take me through a perfect in a perfect world, perfect situation. Netflix and chill. What are you watching? What are you preparing to eat?
Oh, I'm probably eating something that's like healthy, so like chicken and rice. But I'm probably trying to find like a crime series, like a cold case or one of those shows where they're like they haven't solved it yet because the way they lay it out on the series, I feel like I know the answer and I feel like I could help them. So these like crime series, these docu series that like go behind, murder mysteries and stuff like that. I really enjoy watching things like that because I just feel like if they called me, I could point them in the right direction.
Okay. So that Netflix show partner cannot be queasy at the stomach with these crime
No,
shows. All right. So
no, no,
okay.
no, no,
All right.
no,
That ain't
no,
gonna work
no,
out.
no. They need me. They need to call me. I can help them. I got a good eye.
All right, all right, all right. Well, I wanted to take this time out to talk about this really I thought it was creative, it was dope. I've been seeing you online, working out, and I'm like, why is Ashley working out? She's going hard. She's going super extra hard. I know how to work out, but and then the surprise comes. What is it?
Hmm.
All hands on deck for hands, and you get
Yeah,
busy playing Naomi. Tell me about
yeah,
hands, how it came about, and what was it like getting in that ring? Like, that was a challenge getting in the ring, trying to train. That's
yeah,
different. That's discipline. What was that
yeah.
like?
Hands came about from some people at All Black and some producers. They wanted to make a female blood sport. Like
Mm,
that was the initial concept. So that's how they came up with hands and the storyline and everything like that. And the producers, I know them well. They know how much I work out. They know how much I train just in life in general. Like I wasn't training specifically for this movie. And so when I say they caught me at the right time, I think I was at like the peak of my training last year or like 2024, and it came out flawless as far as like physique and things like that. And then I like to box and shit. So that stuff is fun for me. I enjoy stunt choreo. I always do all my own stunts in any of the films I'm in. So there was no stunt woman used in any of Hands. When you see the fighting stuff and the training montages and things like that, it's 100% me. And it was a lot of fun. We had 3 days of rehearsal. So we had to learn we had to learn like 10 fights in 3 days, and
Original
that
choreographing.
was
For those who don't know that are watching and listening, like choreographing these fight scenes is pretty like intense. Like you said, 3 days
yes,
of rehearsal. Like take us through that
yes.
process so that we get an understanding of like being inside of the ring with you with the gloves up prior to them saying action.
Yeah, so you're walking in and you are the stunt choreo coordinator is going through the runs with a practice partner. They're showing you what you're doing, where you're hitting, how you're hitting, what type of punches you're throwing, and then literally the female fighters that you fight against in the film are coming in like back to back. So somebody is scheduled at 1 p.m., somebody is scheduled at 2 p.m., and you're just running the fights over and over and over again. And we had like a Friday to Sunday window to learn the fights, but not only learn them, like making sure they look believable as well on camera, because on screen fighting is different from in the boxing ring. Your punches have to be so much wider and so much, because you're not really hitting nobody.
Right, right, right.
So yeah, so and then you get on set and you practice a little bit before they call action, and you just pray that you remembered what you learned 2 days ago. So yeah, it was fun though. Like that type of stuff is fun for me, and it's easy to stick in my brain. I don't lose it too quickly. So once we start going through it, it's like, oh, okay, I know what to do next.
So now, how long did you said 3 days rehearsal? What about table
Yeah.
read? Like take us through the table reading process prior to filming. And then how long did it take to film this particular project?
I think this particular project, I mean, I think pre-production was a couple weeks before we started with all that stuff. And then this particular project was like less than a month. It was even in, I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I want to say it was 14 days or less. And to shoot this feature, and we shot it in LA, different various parts of LA. And I think the crew and the cast, being as efficient as they are, it was possible to shoot this film in that short of time period. So it was definitely like a grab and go, like we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. But thankfully, everything was put in place to where it was easy just to transition to the next scene, the next setup, and things like that. So it was actually not as stressful as someone might think it was.
Now, how do you prepare for a role, no matter if you're in the ring, no matter if it's double cross? How do you, Ashley A. Williams, prepare once you get that script in your hand
Mhm.
and they're like, all right, in 7 to 10 days we shoot. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you working out? Are you meditating? Are you taking time in between learning the lines to do character development?
Yeah.
What is it that you do to prepare?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's obviously the breaking down of the script and everything, and going through it multiple, multiple, multiple times, and finding all the nuggets that make the character outside of the breakdown that they give you. And then I really try my best to maintain a routine. So I'm still gonna get up at 4 a.m. and make it to the gym, do my hour, my 2 hour, go home, take a shower, eat breakfast, take care of my puppy, and look over the side, the scenes that we're doing for that day, and going on the set and being prepared and everything like I really think it's important for me to do that, or I'll overanalyze what I gotta do the next day.
Okay.
So as long as I wake up and I'm like, oh, this is it, just I try to program it in my mind as you're just going to work. This is another day at work. So do what you do in the morning, go to work, your 10 to 12 hours on set, study your scenes after that, and then what is your nighttime routine? I enjoy watching this show at 8 o'clock p.m. I enjoy making sure that this is done before I go to bed. And so I try to maintain routine while I'm filming a project, because it just helps me stay just normal in a sense, and doesn't I don't overthink things.
I love it. To be that disciplined um, at this stage in your career, I think is super important. Did
Mm,
you learn that early on? Did you learn it from someone who's been in the business, or just something that literally has been your thing uh, as you got into adulthood, young adulthood, studying medicine? Like, there's a certain discipline that people have. When did it start for
mm.
you?
Listen, my parents are Jamaican. So
Say
there's
no more.
no
Party done. Party done.
there there's no not being disciplined, okay? There's no like you slack, or you don't do what you say you're gonna do, or you don't do what you're supposed to do. And of course, I think in real life, I think we really get a taste of it for the people who go away to college. When you
Mm.
go away to college and you don't have anybody to take you to school anymore or anything like that, and you actually care about not uh flunking out, then you have no choice. You get to the point where in your mind you go, you have no choice. So when you get older and you're like, well, I want to stay in shape, well, I have no choice. I need to get up. There's no more of like, oh no, maybe next week. When I think about it like that, like there's no other option but to do X, Y, and Z, then I get up and do X, Y, and Z if it's important to me, if it matters.
If
So
it matters,
this
I mean, you
yeah,
know,
discipline comes from the home. Like my father and my mother were strict, especially my father. Like he used to make us eat. like our food at dinner time, right? And we had to learn how to eat with a knife and fork, how to eat the rice properly, scoop it on the fork
Right.
with your knife. We couldn't leave until every rice grain was gone. So there was no like even the slightest things. Like we had to do book reports in the summertime when everybody else was playing. Like we had to read books
I
that
know
weren't
it all
even
too
on
well.
like on a reading list and give like write a page summary of what we just read, and it was like, well, this is not even on the reading list for school, and it's like they don't care. So that
No,
type of stuff sticks with you. It really does.
all while you're like, but everybody's outside playing. It's like,
Exactly. Or like, why do we have to read books? We're gonna go back to school in 2 months and we don't have to read books, and they don't care. They make you do it in the summertime anyways.
yeah, one of the more popular
Yeah.
sayings was nothing Augusta, right? So you,
Yes.
or
No,
who
no,
can't
no, no,
hear
no, no,
must
no, no,
hear.
no, 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 go. So that song. I like that song.
Shout out to my cousin Norman, aka Notch from Born Americans. That's a dope record.
Yeah.
Dope record.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but you know that discipline I think is important. And with that, I want to ask you for those who are interested in this career. You are multi hyphenate. You are not just an actress. You're a director. You
yeah.
write. You do all
Mm-hmm.
these things. Um, what is the thing that you can tell those who are interested in this career? What is important in order to succeed?
I think you have to know what it is exactly you want to do.
Mm,
I think that if you really want to be, if your goal when you move to LA is to become one of the best actors in the world, I think that you have to focus on things that are going to get you there. And I think along the way, we kind of get tugged and pulled into different disciplines because we either have to, because
mm.
we're not getting opportunity here and there. And then you may end up falling in love with several different things along the way. But stay really focused on accomplishing the thing that is like that you're most passionate about, because I think your mind may pull you in a whole bunch of different directions, and what you're passionate about is what is going to drive make you want to wake up in the morning. Like if you're really not crazy about writing, then be crazy about finding people who are crazy about writing, because you want them to write you a great scene because you love to act. So it's just like staying the course of the thing that wakes you up every day, of particularly to this business, because it is a lot of redundancy year after year after year of doing the same thing, getting the same result, but keeping, the train moving forward.
What do you fall in love with the most about this process?
I like discovering things that I didn't know would affect me.
Mm,
I like getting opportunities and meeting people that I just never thought in a million years that I would either connect with or that I would be able to relate to. And then you end up finding something that you're like, oh my gosh, like we're really all the same in a lot of ways. And no matter how much we think we're different, or differences, or groups that we're placed in, like we have so many similarities as humans that you really get to unfold in this business or in this process for me, when you have to deal with so many different people on a daily basis. And I think that's what's fun a lot of times is that kind of interaction, um, out here in LA, especially.
what are you reading these days?
Well, I'm listening to right now. Mel Robbins has a Let Them book, audiobook.
Yes.
So I'm listening to that right now. I like to reread things that I know I kind of need at the moment. So I love to reread like The Alchemist. It's like moments in time when you're like, you're struggling with this or struggling with that. There are certain books that I like to pull from that just make me fall back in. If something is dreary, make me fall back in love with certain things. So, a James Baldwin book will always put things in
Mm.
perspective. Things like that. I try my best to stay away from too much self-help stuff, because everybody has an opinion of how you can be a better human, a better person.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to experience life and make decisions that feel right, opposed to stuff like that. So I try to stay with creative type content when it comes to books and novels and stuff like that.
Well, you have been doing your thing, double cross, black boots. What's next for you in terms of producing, directing, writing?
I mean, I'm trying to get better as a writer. Like I still love connecting with great writers who really love writing, but I try my best. I'm like writing shorts and they're kind of coming out into outlines and I send them to my friends and they give me their feedback, like my writer friends, they red pen the heck out of them and tell me what needs to change and what's bad and this doesn't make sense and don't do that and don't do this. But I also want to get more into the behind the scenes stuff as far as like directing and producing because I do have like a production company and so I want to make other people's dreams come true in any way that I can, whether it's making them shine on camera for a project or, you know, stretching my artistic brain in how things work behind the camera. Like
That's
I want to
dope.
get more into that.
Yeah, that's I think it's important when you get a level of success or footing, right, that
Mhm.
you reach down and pull up or you reach back and pull forward. I think it's
Yeah.
super important. I think it does more good for the person doing it than it is for the person that's being done for.
Yeah.
It just makes the world a better place. It feels good.
Yeah, I want to get to a point in my career behind the camera where I'll come across a script, and even if my name in rooms holds certain weight, I really want to give it to somebody that is really right for, or really like, you know, this person would be so much better. Or let's go find the needle in a haystack. Because that's how we all feel now. Like me, a lot of actors I know, you know, we're like we want people who want to go search for the unknown person that has been putting in their 10,000 hours or the person that you're like, oh my God, what rock have you been hiding under?
Right.
And I want to give people that opportunity. I want to get to a place where I can give someone that opportunity of like, we came looking and look at what we found. And oh my gosh, this is amazing. And that process is a little longer sometimes than putting, you know, a very popular actor, actress in a
Right.
position to play a role. And I think just doing the legwork of, you know, more of new faces, I think that I want to be a part of that movement as well.
Are you in love with the movie piece, or would you like to find yourself as a series regular in a franchise like The Pit or like Grey's Anatomy or Bridgerton? What are your thoughts on that for your own career and that trajectory?
Oh man, I mean, we obviously we love to do everything as artists and actors. Um, but I really love film. I really love film. I really love great films. I really love art house type films. Hands was such a great moment in time, at least for me, because you know we don't often see Black women kicking too much ass
Right,
on
right. Which was
camera.
dope. Which was dope. I thought it was dope.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying like, you know, we have the Violas and the Women Kings and things like that. And we have women kind of being badasses in certain things, but we don't have like we'll never we deserve a Laura Croft franchise.
Absolutely,
Like cuz you
absolutely.
know, that role is made for not me. So it's like, but I want to see more women, more Black women and women of color in these roles where we have the power, we have the presence on screen, and it's just a good time. And we don't need to constantly be pigeonholed to certain things. And Hands was a great opportunity to show that, you know, there's so many more like me out here that are excited about this genre and want to do more of it.
When we look forward to what 2026 will unfold, what were
Mhm.
some of the wins and losses that you can look back at in 2025 that will
Mhm.
inspire and motivate you to make the dreams and aspirations that you have for 2026 and beyond come true? What were some of those wins and some of those lessons? I don't like to say losses, because to
Mhm.
me, a loss is a lesson. But what were those wins and what were those lessons?
I would say the lessons were, at least for me and where I'm at now in my career. I can't speak for you know, a newcomer or anybody that's a veteran, but I had to become more specific about what I did say yes to based off the trajectory that I want and the vision that I want for my career. Oftentimes, you know, we get told that, which is great, that you should work adjacent, right? you should work with your friends who are doing X, Y, and Z and da 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 da. And I had to learn some tough lessons of, no matter as much as you want to, there are moments where you have to still put your vision ahead of certain
Mhm.
things, and you have to pass, and you have to be okay with potentially letting somebody down, that you want to build with. So those are some big lessons in 2025. And I think some wins were, booking things that I've always dreamed of booking, like national commercials, and um, getting more comfortable, being excited for the next audition. I think that you get so many no's sometimes, the opposite can happen. You can be like, man, they're not going to choose me. They like, this is, a cycle. But I kept getting excited for the next one. Like I wanted to go act again. I was excited to go play again, opposed to like feeling like it doesn't matter. And
Mhm.
that was really big in 2025 because it takes away all the anxiety of whether or not you quote unquote get chosen. And you just look at it like, but I got a chance to play, and I got a chance to do this, and this is exciting, and I got to talk to my brother, and I don't even have a brother in real life, but I got to talk to my brother, and I got to tell him my feelings, and man, that was nice. That felt good. So those felt like wins. I mean, to me at least, they felt
No,
like wins.
and they can be whatever, right? You really
Yeah.
don't have to define them in such a way. But I feel like, I was just reading Casting Network, and it said every audition is another opportunity to just explore, to have
Hmm.
fun, to
Hmm.
just be grateful that you have the opportunity, because there are other people who may not have the opportunity to audition. And I thought that
Right.
it was amazing, because sometimes we get in our own way, we block our own blessings because
Yeah.
we get so jaded, right? You
Uh-huh.
mentioned, you're like, they're not gonna choose me. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. And then in that moment, you've
Hmm.
already put yourself in a situation where it may not work out, because the
Hmm.
universe once again responds and says,
Hmm.
you don't want it. Just look at your attitude. Look how you walked in. You don't even believe that you could get it. You don't even believe
Yeah.
in your ability. And I think
Yeah.
that what you said is super important. And I see so many amazing things happening for you. One of the things I have to say though that I miss about you is your self tapes. I need to see more self tapes posted on social media with you, because they're hilarious. You have so much fun, and they're just so dope. They just show so much of your personality and so much of your
Yeah.
spirit and your warmth. Um, I think I'm not the only one that appreciates that, but I really love when you do your self tapes, and you just either mimicking, making fun of, or just really just showing your true self doing these self tapes. But for you, what's your process in doing self tapes?
Well, self tapes is like it's I read it a few times, and then I look at the breakdown, and I try to choose one thing out of the breakdown, because some breakdowns are like essays. They'll tell you everything, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And you'll get too much in your head about who this person is. So I'll choose one character, one circumstance, one characteristic about the person, and I'll try to find it in the sides. Like if the breakdown says, has a hard time trusting people, da 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 da. I'll find it in the moments, and I'm like, oh, there she goes. She's doing it. She's doing it. And that way I feel there's a more authentic connection to what I'm saying, opposed to like trying to put 20 different characteristics, trying to make a whole human in such a
Yeah,
short period of time. And I don't have that time. And just finding the beats of it, and really reading more of what the other person is saying to you in the scene than what I'm saying, and then go back and look at how I reply, and what is it that I say to this person. What's the relationship I have with this person? Do I hate them? Do I love them? Am I indifferent? And just kind of finding the flow of the conversation, because there sometimes scenes are like 1 page long, and sometimes they're like 4 pages long. And the ones that are shorter, you're kind of more so like, okay, what am I really trying to do right now? Because I only have 6 lines to do it. And so those are the ones I think you really have to find the moment that you're trying to search for, especially with whomever it is you're talking to. And then I have a great coach that I go to, a studio called I Tape LA, and they're great at helping you find the nuances that you completely missed. You're like,
Right.
oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
It was right
Thank
in front of
you.
my face. Like,
Exactly. I
how
was
did I
like,
miss that?
dang, you saw that? And they help you find those nuances and those moments and making the self-tape the scene opposed to just staring at them and waiting for them to say their line. But like, it's cold outside, or like, the alarm keeps going off back there, and just keeping, the environment in the tape with you, even though nobody can see it in the scene, whatever is happening in the scene. Um, so that's how that I've learned so much from them, just from them coaching the self tapes that I do, and that's what makes it fun too.
That's
That's how
dope.
I approach it. That's how I approach it. And then I put it down, you know? I can't stare at sides for like hours. I'll
Right.
like go crazy. I'll look at it, I'll study it, I'll put it down, I'll go do something, I'll come back, I'll work on it again, put it down. And then when it's time to work it in the self-tape room, we do it again, we put it down, and we just let it go.
I love it. Listen, Ashley A. Williams, you are dope. You are dope, my friend.
Thank
Before
you.
I let you go, I always love asking my guests, and I'm approaching this question a lot different these days, but for 2026, what's your theme song? Music is a soundtrack to our lives. What's your theme
Hmm.
song for 2026?
Um, Geez. I want to say, I don't know. That's so tough.
Is there an artist that embodies your spirit for 2026? Let's do that. We could break it
Oh
down
my
by
God.
artist.
Okay. Well, in that case, like I just feel well, I'm not saying this because we're Caribbean, but I'll say I love listening to Barris Hammond. Uh, I just feel like there's a lightness to him. There's a freedom to him. There's a smoothness to him that he makes his music with, and I'll take it as the way he moves through life. And I kind of just want to do that in 2026. I kind of just I want to
Rock
be a
away.
Gemini.
Just
I
want
want
to
to
rock
be
away.
exactly. I want to be a Gemini in 2026 and just be like carefree and like don't worry about too much and take each moment as it comes and just be easy breezy.
I love it. I'm gonna be straight Sagittarius this year, and I ain't playing no games. That's that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ashley A. Williams. Please check her out. All Black.
Yes.
Hands is the movie. She plays
Yes.
Naomi, and I'm telling you, you don't want none of that smoke. Ashley, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I love you. Where can
Thank
we
you.
see the next project that's coming out, or where can we continue to follow you and like what you're doing?
I mean, you can continue to follow me on social media, Instagram only at Miss Ashley A. Williams. I always post my projects that I'm doing there. So we'll see what's coming down the pipeline.
Listen, I love you. We love you. Keep doing what you're
Thank
doing. Ladies and
you.
gentlemen, that's Ashley A. Williams. I'm your guy, June Archer. This is the Winner Circle. This is 50.com. Please like it, love it, share it. And as I always say, never leave the opportunity undone to tell somebody that you love them, because it might be the last opportunity. You have to do so. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. God bless y'all. Peace.
Hey.